I have been on the hunt for the perfect coffee perfume, or like a collection of coffee perfumes, let's say. And it is quite difficult for me to find perfumes that have a prominent note of coffee that I do like to wear on my skin. A lot of them I do like to smell in the air or maybe on someone else, but not on myself. And so I was super excited when I saw that Mancera has a new perfume coming out that is called Amore Caffè. And it has been out in some places and in some it hasn't been out, so I'm not too sure about availability, but I did manage to get a quite a big decant of it, and I have been wearing it for the past couple of days to get an idea about the perfume. So first up, about Mancera. Let me know if you want me to do a dedicated Mancera perfume review and maybe ranking the perfumes I have or the samples I have or the ones I tested, because I have been testing quite a lot of the Mancera perfumes and I have some in my collection. And what I like about the perfume house as well as Montal is the quality is a lot of times very good. The price point is very good for a niche perfume house. And also, a lot of times, the performance is extremely good, or at least very good. So that's why I'm always interested in testing them out. But one thing is, both of those perfume houses, I think they're under the same umbrella, have quite a specific perfume DNA. So you have to like the DNA to like a lot of their perfumes. So that being said, Amore Caffè, what does it smell like? About the main accords, it's sweet, gourmand, creamy, spicy, with notes of in the top coffee and amaretto, in the heart vanilla ice cream and speculoos cookies, and in the base you have brown sugar, ambergris, and vanilla. So that sounded so good to me, but I have been testing out a lot of coffee perfumes that are very sweet. And what I came to find out is that I most of the time do not like them on my skin. They are too much, too sweet, too cloying, they're headache inducing, and just too much for me and on my skin. Which is why I got a decant of it and did not blind buy a full bottle. But spoiler alert, I love it. I love it, and I think it's so much better than so many of the perfumes I tested because it is more perfumey and not as sweet as you may think. So I will spray it on a clean, fresh tissue. Yeah, it's like something completely different from the get-go, because I have been testing with you the Eternal Coffee, also Coffee Addict or the Black Opiums, and none of them hit the mark for me. And this one is just so light and elegant and perfumey. I don't know how to say it other than that, but it is simply more than what the fragrance pyramid tells me, because I feel like it's a lot like there's something musky in here, making it very airy, and then maybe something floral that makes it more perfume-like, and the sweetness is there, but it's not very loud. And it reminds me of a lot of perfumes I have in my collection that I do like. So I don't know what exactly is in all of those perfumes, but it does remind me a little bit of Chocolate Queen by Navitus, which is a collab with Gabby, which is a YouTuber on here. And I feel like that perfume is very underrated as well. It's a very beautiful chocolate perfume that is very perfumey as well. It's very quiet, it's very subtle, it's not very loud and sweet. There are so many gourmand notes in that perfume as well that I don't really feel I smell in this perfume, and it's a lot more rounded out and perfumey and elegant and luxurious smelling. And same goes with this perfume, which is I think why it reminds me of that. It's such a beautiful perfume. It also has something about Sois Malakai by Dries Van Noten, and it also has this ice cream accord, vanilla ice cream accord, that reminds me of Bianco Latte. And Bianco Latte is a perfume that is very hyped up. I don't have it in my collection in a full bottle because I have a lot of perfumes that smell similar to that one. And also I get this mint note in there on my skin, which throws me off every time. But it has the same creamy ice cream aspect to it, as well as being light and airy at the same time and not too heavy and thick and cloying, which is why I feel like both of those have the same light and airy ice cream accord to them. So these are some comparisons for you, but what does it smell like to me? It smells like a creamy sugared coffee, but if you think about Starbucks coffees, this is more like a one shot of espresso with some milk, maybe a scoop of vanilla ice cream in there and not like a vanilla syrup. And then maybe you put in some brown sugar on top. And I don't know, maybe you're sitting outside and there's a fresh breeze and some flower beds around you, and that is what it smells like to me. It's not too heavy, it's not too sweet. It is a coffee perfume. It's not the black coffee perfume I was searching for, but I think this is what I like about it because it did surprise me. It's not the very thick and heavy and sweet coffee perfume that I've smelled over and over again, but it's not the straight up black coffee perfume that I searched for, but still it's something in between that just, I don't know, I just really like. I do like this perfume a lot, but I have some perfumes that have quite a similar DNA, which is why I'm not too sure if I'm gonna get a full bottle, but I have the feeling that I will. But let's talk about performance. So I told you in the beginning that Mancera is known for their beast mode perfumes, or let's say perfumes with a very good performance. This one is a lot more quiet, but it's still a very good performance. It's not the longest lasting though. So the first time I tested it out, I think I tested it out around maybe 7 in the evening just to see how it smelled like. And then I had it on my hand, went to bed, and the next morning, some perfumes I can still smell very strongly. This one I did not at all. Maybe like 5% of the perfume was left for me to smell it, but the rest was gone. So it's not a very long-lasting perfume that's gonna last you 24 hours. But I think if you overspray, you can get a full office day with this perfume, which I do like. And what I often tell you is that with a lot of those more deeper scents or more difficult notes, for me, sometimes it's even better to have a perfume that's not the strongest when it comes to sillage especially, but also the performance maybe, because a lot of times they are then a little bit more quiet and subtle and more manageable for me, and I tend to wear them more often than my beast mode perfumes nowadays. So that's just one thought. I also think because it is a little bit more lighter than a lot of the other coffee perfumes, it is a perfume that you can wear definitely in fall and winter, but also during spring. Maybe you can even mix it with something to make it even more summer appropriate. I don't know. But either way, it's not as heavy as I said as others, so you can get away with wearing it almost all year long, which is so nice. And I have been wearing it for several days and I do like it a lot. And I don't have my other perfumes with me here that remind me of this perfume, so that's very nice because I do like the scent DNA. So let me know if you have tested out Amore Caffè by Mancera already, and what do you think of it? How do you like it on your skin? Does it remind you of another perfume? Let me know, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!